Terrible timing.
They happen more often than they should.
Yeah, it's true.
It's Ember Day, guys. Let's have a party.
Seriously, I just learned that Ember Days happen 3 times a year at the beginning of each season.
Yeah, I
didn't know that
too.
Father's sermon, I was like, no way, dog.
Like, you stand up, no way, dog.
Dang,
I'm
dog.
gonna leave a good review. It was a good sermon. This
Should be
sermon
able to
bussin'.
Reviews for sermons. For sermons. Do they do that in the Christian church? You should be
What?
able to leave reviews for pastors.
Oh, I leave reviews on the churches all the time, dude.
Hey,
This church sucked,
your
dude.
pastor
They didn't
needs
have
to-
free donuts.
Golly. All right, we are live whenever you want to roll.
Rate at pastorreview.com. Should be a thing.
We should have saved that for the podcast.
Didn't we
All
make
right,
a
wait.
joke?
Let's go rewind.
Hireapriest.com?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that Juliana?
I think it was
Is that for
Juliana.
exorcisms or?
I think it was when we had Celine on. No, it was
Okay,
like
hold
if you're
let's
going on
pause
a
this.
trip.
I'll start the podcast.
Oh, I say we just roll with it, and then we
Oh.
can do, kind of like a cold open,
Yes.
and then we do
And then
like
you
the
insert,
welcome
and then
back.
you
Yeah,
insert the
exactly.
So wait,
the
you already
theme
started
song
recording?
Yes,
Oh,
it's like season 2 or 3 or whatever on, or 4,
3.5.
3.5.
it's
Then
like
we're
season
like,
5 now, I think, actually.
Well, anyway, what were you
it
saying before?
literally
I
jumped
review?
2 seasons since the last time we had this conversation was a week and a half ago. It was like when you're going on road trips and you're gonna miss mass, and you're like, hireapriest.com.
Yeah, now I'm remembering the conversation.
Does like the priest just come with you in the car, or?
Yeah, or you can like hire
It's
them
like
to
an
show
Uber.
up. Yeah, you're like, hey, show up on Sunday, and then they have mass for you.
There'd have to
Tells
be
you what he's
priests.
wearing and everything.
There'd
Well,
have
that'd
to
be a little too
there'd have to be
much.
priests everywhere.
There would be. It'd be like, yeah.
You're like in the middle of
Oh,
town.
dude, I got a priest 1 minute away from me.
You're just driving by. Sorry, I'm going to another call. Sorry, I can't answer it.
Be like back in the day when there were as many religious as there were lay people, I think.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Rankaholics podcast. I'm your host, John Luca, and I am joined by my other co-hosts,
Mhm.
Pat and Jordan. How are you
It's true.
guys?
Jorban.
Jorban.
It's this
Don't
Can
forget
we-
to
Okay, you
call
know
me
what?
Jorban.
right into it.
There's a lot of stuff I want to bring up.
This was one I
today's.
wrote down.
This is one of them. But before we continue this, I think this podcast going forward is going to be different.
A little more laid back.
Yeah, more laid back. We don't really today specifically. We don't have any topic
Mm-hmm.
to rank or anything like that. It's just going to be kind of us talking.
Yeah.
And going forward, I don't know if that's going to be the case for every episode, or if we will still rank stuff, but do
Mhm.
it towards the end, and won't be like a super big
Or
topic.
like smaller rankings.
Yeah, and also I think this is just gonna be us talking about whatever,
Mhm.
and most of the time, I mean, obviously the stuff that we're interested in, which right now is like sports. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of sports stuff to talk about.
Plenty of sports
Yes.
stuff.
Say that again.
Said plenty of sports.
Oh
stuff
yes,
to
plenty of
talk
sports stuff,
about.
especially right now. But
Yeah.
and we are also moving to every other week.
Yes.
So just to give us more time, or for some of us to procrastinate a little bit more.
I was gonna say I just hit it today. You know?
Yeah,
There's some ideas now. And I was like, all right.
I realized that on the way home. I was like, wait, Jordan just was looking up ideas, and I was like, we decided like a week and a half or a week ago. At
Dude,
least.
if you know me, I'm gonna wait till the last second.
Here's what
So,
I started writing down ideas like 3 days ago, probably. Just
Mhm.
kind of things in my life. But going forward, I'm probably gonna I'll start a list like tomorrow or whatever,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
it'll be like
if
2
something
weeks
like
long.
That's
this
what
will be
I
coming
should
to
do.
talk about on the
You know,
podcast.
yeah.
Something pops in your head, write it in your notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
kinda
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I would have done that, but like I forgot and procrastinated doing that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get in the habit. You know.
Exactly.
we'll see.
Anyway, so let's talk about the Jorban thing.
Yes.
So
Just
if
make sure you only call me Jorban on this
On the
podcast,
podcast.
just till the end of the month, guys.
End of the
any,
month.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how long ago. I think it may have been a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
There was a account that followed the Rankaholics
Oh, dude.
podcast.
Rank me daddy.
Called Rank Me Daddy, and I was like, "What the heck?" And they had like the Rankaholics logo,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what else, but it was like, it's basically a fan account of Jordan now,
Yeah.
Yes.
and
Yeah. Basically,
we
me
won't
at
say
work.
but we
Yes.
won't say it's somebody at work, or it's him at work, but we won't
Yeah.
say who's in charge of it.
I can't give
Anonymous.
names out.
Yeah, no names, no
but I
names.
will say it is one of my coworkers.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
The day you sent it to me I immediately knew who it was.
Oh, okay. Did
As
you
soon as
know
you s-
before I sent it to you?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay,
because
okay.
they didn't tell me they were doing it.
That's funny.
Okay.
You sent me the picture and I was like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
But then I was like, because I was in Boise. Yeah, I was in Boise at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
yep.
yeah, you sent me that. I was like, I know exactly who did this.
Yeah.
The only 18-year-old kid at the work at my job.
And it turned into like just like him taking screenshots of you like on the podcast, but
Mhm.
now it's turned into him taking videos of Jordan at work doing random stuff.
He'll try catching me a lot. Like we have music
Yeah,
playing in
yeah.
the background, so
Yeah.
I'll start dancing, and then I'll stop when I see him pull his phone out just to mess with him. But yeah, sometimes I just do it now for fun because
He realized that videos do better on Instagram than pictures, so
Yes.
he's going the real route.
And
he
he's
got
actually
a
gotten
bunch of likes on
Yeah.
some of those,
Really?
which
Yes.
is crazy.
That's so funny. I am not
Yeah,
shocked
you
at
need
all,
to
to be
look that up
honest.
because I
I'm-
swear he got at least 70 likes on one of them,
he
and I was like, what the heck?
That's awesome.
Yeah, good for him. You know,
Yeah.
he will not be getting paid for any of this.
So one of the two of the reels got over 16,000 plays or views.
Whoa.
Which I think is insane.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to wonder if it's
I was actually helping him with the hashtags on some of those.
yes, okay, that's what I think it is.
I told him to put
because-
like twerking and like, cause you know you'll get those
Yeah.
creeps who
Yeah.
look that up.
One of them
You are
says
not wrong.
stand with Ukraine.
16,000?
One of them is first day of school, which I think is a good one.
Orange
So it's-
Justice. What is that?
That's the dance.
That's the
isn't it?
dance.
Oh,
that's
okay.
it.
One of them is just. Oh, wait, that's just. Oh, wait.
Andrew
another,
Tate.
Okay, another one is just the hashtag Jorbin, and he got 16,000 views. Still.
Wow, that's honestly, that's really weird.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and one of them is hot woman.
Yeah, I saw
Oh yeah,
that.
I told him like put those ones, man.
I didn't see
Guys are
this
gonna
one.
look at us up.
Oh yeah, I think that's recent.
It's from our fantasy football league.
That's from my work league
There's
actually
work league.
Oh, okay.
that I'm 0-2 in.
Yeah, bummer.
Has not gone well.
Anyway, so
Jeez, 16,000 on
I'm
two
like,
of them.
dang, that's
He came up with the name Jorban, by the way, because he we
Yeah,
have
so did he like start calling you that before he started this, or did it kind
well,
of come
yes,
from
before
this?
There's a thing called we have a thing called like a water jet. There's that cuts a bunch of
Yeah.
aluminum and metal for us, and it's really dusty on the inside, so he drew my name on the inside. He spelled
okay.
he got the D on the
Yeah.
wrong way, so it said Jorban.
That's funny. Right, no, kind of.
So then I lost a bet in basketball
why did you
to
play
one of my
a game of basketball,
coworkers.
or-
Not him. No, he sucks. One of my other coworkers. Again, I'm not gonna name him.
Yeah.
He's really good at basketball, actually. Super good. Me and my arrogance decided I could beat him, no doubt, 1-on-1. He destroyed me in the first game, 7-1.
Jeez.
Played him again. Second game was 7-5, so it was a lot better. But the bet was I would be called Jorban for the month
Okay.
at work, and I guess on the podcast as well, because he's going to listen, which
That's
means
awesome.
more viewers, guys.
Yeah.
Good. This is good.
How tall is 18-year-old friends?
Yeah.
Just the 18-year-old friends,
Yes.
nothing else.
This one's not 18. This one's
Oh.
29.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's his 29-year-old
It's
friends.
29.
That means he has
Yeah.
less friends. Dang it.
Oh.
Reach out to the younger crowd. Everyone knows you lose friends as life goes on.
That is.
He has a girlfriend, though, so what's his
Oh,
girlfriend has a
that's
lot
like
of friends.
3 times as many.
And
Oh
then
yeah, that's true.
boom.
Girls know
Right.
so many random people.
So,
It's
Yeah.
not, and this is true because if you look at followers on Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
typically girls
Yeah.
have more followers.
Which
than
a follower
guys.
doesn't mean a
True.
friend.
True.
Because girls accumulate
that means
followers
more
just because they're
followers.
good looking.
That means more followers. So then,
Right,
sometimes they
right.
flock. You know, we've gotten some interesting like people that have followed Rankaholics through like other people. And
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I'm just curious, like what
Yeah.
made you want to follow us?
Yeah.
You know, like are you looking to see something here?
It is
you
interesting.
probably just want to follow back.
Yeah, maybe. But then there's the following, so it's
That's
like
true.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. Okay, well, that was kind of like the first random thing I guess that we wanted to
Yeah.
bring up.
That was a good
How do
thing
you
to
feel?
address.
You got a fan account. How does it make you feel?
I feel great, man. I'm going viral
Well,
just about every
You've
day. with
already
this
gotten
account.
16,000 views is more than
if
We've
if
ever
you
had.
had your own
No.
Instagram, that is true. If you had your own
Sad.
Instagram,
you could capitalize off of this.
and you were tagged in them, you know,
I'm like an Instagram guys.
I know.
Um,
Have him tag the main account.
I
at
told him
least.
to.
Yeah.
I told him because
I
I
think
think
he
he
has.
has tagged.
Okay.
But I told him I was like, why don't you like put follow Rankaholics podcast
Yeah.
at the bottom? You
Yeah,
know,
he does.
it could help
He's-
us out a little bit.
Yeah.
We are tagged, I think, in most of those
Mhm.
though.
Okay.
So
But yeah, so
That's funny.
there you go. That's My first thing. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was saying like tips for podcast. This was a fantasy football podcast, but they're like tips for podcasting. It was like bring in the audience visually. So it's like our listeners. We need to describe the room for them right now, so they feel more included.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So,
So here the three of us are sitting.
Longitude, latitude. I don't know what.
We can figure that out later.
Yeah. So that helps. But I'm facing east.
He's facing the wall.
What?
How are you?
No, you're north.
I'm facing east.
How do you guys already know the
facing
compass
north.
way?
Wait, never mind. That's east.
Yeah.
See,
Never mind.
I'm facing east.
how do you know you're facing east?
Don't start this. I think I
Because
know
No,
where you're
I'm
going.
genuinely
Sun-
curious.
I think I know where you're going.
The sun
I just know directions of things.
No,
sets in the
Pat.
west, rises in the
North
east.
is that way.
Rises
Listen,
in the
I
east.
always know where true north is.
He has a built-in compass in his head.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it?
I've never been good at the compass, you know.
Okay. Well, what about
I just know
electronics?
east, and that's about it.
Diana
Isaiah
West.
is now part of the background, so Isaiah
Yeah.
just walked in.
Well,
There he is.
the camera's there now, so.
Yeah.
Can you open your shirt? Does that say mainstream or main scream? Okay, just making sure.
Main screen.
Main screen.
Very professional, so.
hmm
Yeah.
That's our plumber boy.
Second plumber
Aspiring.
boy. Wait.
Dude, Mario and Luigi live in here?
Yes.
That's true. You guys should be Mario and Luigi.
What does that make me?
Halloween or something.
You're Waluigi.
Princess Peach.
I
Oh.
like Princess Peach. I like peaches.
You're attractive enough.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
good comparison.
Golly.
They're starting to look similar. They both have curly hair.
Oh my gosh. I gotta look up a picture of her.
Actually, Peach doesn't have curly hair. But if she did,
It kind of curls. In some places, I think. Maybe I'm thinking of Daisy. No.
we need to rank the princesses from Mario.
Oh.
Isn't there like two?
There's like,
Okay,
whoa,
what?
hold on.
Princess Peach.
Oh my gosh, that is scary.
That is Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is Princess Peach.
Don't look it up online if you want to scare yourself.
Yeah, that's fun. Glad that was one of the 20 that it suggested.
Yeah.
Oh, the room.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
we're doing.
So there's a light hanging up above us.
Mhm.
That we're at the big long table that my dad made.
Yes. Actually, an amazing table. You don't really get to see it on YouTube, but it's kind of like 4 quarters with epoxy.
Yep.
And each one's one of the
This
elements?
one has a dove, so I'm gonna say the
This
sky.
is definitely lava, dude.
This is air.
That one reminds me of.
That's water.
um,
No, that's land. This is air. That's
Yes.
water. That's fire.
This is like
I
an
don't know.
ocean.
Oh yeah, so this is the volcano, and then this is
Okay.
like the sky,
Oh, yeah.
and then that's more of the volcano over there with the beach.
Wait, is this the sky or is it like the
That's sky.
steam hitting the volcano?
Probably
or sorry, the
Those are
water hitting
clouds.
A
this?
little bit of both.
This is not a cloud.
Those are clouds. I
This is
don't
a cloud.
This
That's
this
cloud.
cloud.
This is steam.
This is
know. No, that's
this
the
is-
white in the water.
Yeah,
You know how
this is definitely
an
water.
ocean?
Oh, this is water. Okay, so
Yeah.
the lava is going into the
Maybe
ocean.
this is steam. Oh wait, is it going like a waterfall in this way or this way?
this way.
So the lava's
So
going in here.
heading west, south,
East.
east. That's the beach over there,
Uh-huh.
because that's sand. So
Anyways, amazing table.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of broken. Don't tell Mr. Gennaro.
I think you already knows.
Oh, okay.
So too late.
It's glued, and we
Yeah.
moved
He's
it,
never
and it
making
weighs
you another table.
300 pounds, so probably
It's-
will.
You might.
Still doesn't make me a bookcase for me. So
What else
Um,
about the room?
We got the kitchen right behind it next to us.
Yep. You probably didn't know that on film, huh?
dishwasher says dirty, by the way. Just
Yeah.
want to point that out.
It's not full yet.
That's smart. I
So
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be
It
obvious
works.
when you open. the
Usually, I just
dishwasher.
open it to tell if it's to
Not
look to see if it's dirty or
always.
not. Still.
Well, no, because once you
always.
open it the first time, the thing. Oh wait, maybe that's a different one.
Oh,
Usually,
that's
like
true.
fling open.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
then,
Ours
yeah.
does, I think. But what if someone's already done that and then another person comes? And
No,
Well,
yeah.
if the first person who opens it and finds it
Doesn't
clean
empty it,
doesn't empty it,
well, you don't know who
They
I
are-
live with.
which I say that knowing full well that I've also done that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can definitely say I've emptied it every time that.
Well,
I can't. I think sometimes when I do open it, I'm in.
Like I don't have time to empty it. So
Well, I'm in a busy moment, so
Yeah.
usually I'm saying,
Yeah.
"Oh crap," so I lock it again.
oh, okay.
To think that
Okay.
to make it seem
That you haven't
that- that-
discovered
no
it.
one's opened it yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that way
yeah.
they know it's clean.
Oh, whoa, dishwasher's done, I guess.
That way they know it's clean.
Yeah, I gotcha. But we're also gonna make fun of you for not ever helping.
No, I have emptied it before though. That
Who
is
Pat, in your apartment,
Uh-huh.
who does the most? Like who Who empties the trash the most? Who unloads the dishwasher the most?
It's me.
I think that was an obvious answer.
Is
Ain't
it?
no way
Oh, yeah.
Juliana's done it.
Yeah, yeah. If Selena's here, she sometimes helps.
Naturally.
And if Celine's doing it, Juliana will help.
Yes, naturally.
Just to
Um,
show off.
Well, just to be like,
oh, I'll help you,
know,
babe.
yeah.
It's more of like I'm gonna do this right now, so like you'll definitely marry me. So then by the time I get married and I stop doing it, we're already married.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's power move.
And then whenever she brings it up, he's like, I did it all the time while we were engaged.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
You know I'm capable
Smart.
of it.
Smart.
Yeah.
Power move.
Smart.
Big brain move.
I guess so. Maybe he's onto something.
Okay. I think for us, I think I definitely
feel
empty
like
the trash
it's
the most.
Gianluca who does that, emptying the trash and
and the
dishwasher
dishwasher,
probably
Mhm.
most.
But that's the extent of what I'll do.
Yes, I
Mm.
was gonna say as far as cleaning goes,
Yeah.
just me.
Like cleaning as
Like-
in like dusting, vacuuming.
Dusting, vacuuming.
Oh,
if it
and I don't
needed to
think
be
Jeremy
done.
does anything.
I
No,
don't
I mean
think-
he'll empty the trash.
I've seen him empty the
and
dishwasher
trash,
before.
and the dishwasher.
so
He's like me, but he doesn't do it as much.
Yes.
none of us have ever dusted. I think like I've dusted my room, like my desk, my table, like twice
I
since we've
should.
been here.
That's my room.
I've probably vacuumed like twice. There was one day I didn't vacuum. Giuliano came home and he was like, "Oh, did you vacuum?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "That's what we go for." I was like, "Yeah, the look of being vacuumed, but we didn't actually
Don't
do
like
it."
it.
But no, we never really do stuff like that, like vacuuming, dusting.
We have to sweep. And
Yeah,
mop
see,
as
we have the
our-
hardwood
That's
floor,
true.
so
That's
it's-
true.
which I don't
It's more obvious.
hate.
I don't know how
actually.
dirty these carpets are.
I was gonna say it's easier, I think, to clean a wood floor than it is a carpet.
I would still much rather have. I think. Well, it depends.
Yeah.
I guess if we had a carpet, I probably wouldn't. You obviously wouldn't be able to tell as much.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, like you said.
I think so. There's been a couple times where I've gone and played sand volleyball, and then I'll like get undressed, and then all the sand. Obviously, I'm in my room, so like it goes into the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't get all off. So when I get into the bathroom, then some of the sand gets on the hardwood floor in the bathroom. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this kind of sucks, and I'm
Yeah.
stepping on it.
Yeah, but
And
then
now
it's
it's kind of-
like, then it's not lost on the carpet. Which, if you're renting, you don't
But
care
I'd
about.
no, I'd much rather get lost. Well, yeah, renting.
But if it's like your
Your
own
house.
home, it's like,
Yeah, but then I'm gonna clean that more often.
yeah.
Yeah, but hear me out. If I were to spill like a liquid of some sort on a carpet, it's gonna be so much easier to clean it on a wood floor
Yeah.
than it is on a carpet.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I don't have to worry about like it. I mean, it'll be kind of wet for a while probably.
Yeah.
So I scrub it a bunch, but like
No,
yeah,
yeah,
wood
there's
floor,
pros and cons.
easy wipe. You know,
Yep.
I like.
Yeah, within the first week, I think we had spilled a tomato jar in the kitchen, and then
Dude, that thing busted wide open.
so, but and we
Made
then
Michael.
again,
We
I'm
made
like,
Michael clean it up.
Which kitchen does have a carpet floor?
That's true. None.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
So-
That'd be a terrible idea, actually.
Yeah,
That'd be the worst place to have a carpet floor is in the kitchen.
or the bathroom. No, the bathroom.
Or the
The bathroom would be
you
100 times
missing the
worse.
toilet or something. Or?
No, the bathroom would just be 100 times worse. 100%.
I think I'd like it in the bathroom. You know, as long as I'm not like missing the toilet and like pissing on the carpet. I guess getting out of the shower would be kind of weird
Yeah.
and dripping all over the place. Okay, actually, do you dry before you come out of the shower, or are you coming out of the shower under your little mat and then drying all?
I dry it in the shower, and then I get out and then do the more drying.
It's titled
Okay.
Princess Peach
That's-
Caged. I didn't even have to look for that. It was just one of the first ones.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only way to do it. Pat, what about you?
Yes. What was the condo?
Do you take a shower?
I do, yeah.
You drying in the shower or out of the shower, or drying in and then out as well?
Kind of in and then as I'm coming out. I dry in and then I'll dry a leg, step that out, you know.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have a shower mat to stand on, but I don't stand on the towel because I'm usually going to use it next time because it's clean.
It's clean, automatically clean the next day.
Yeah.
So
If you
Probably-
shower properly,
the towel
towel should be
is
clean.
clean the next day.
Right.
you know.
Obviously, as long as you hang it up well too.
Yeah. Unless you're a person that doesn't wash your hair every time or something.
How often do you wash your hair?
Like 3 times a week. Every 2 to 3 days.
And you?
I kind of been on and off sometimes, and then sometimes I'll do it very consistently every
Yeah.
day. I think it just depends on your hair.
I've heard it's healthier not to wash
Yes.
it every day.
So
I've
I've
also
heard-
heard that, but I also think it depends on your
Well, okay,
hair.
so
True.
if you do it every day, then you have to like keep it up to do it every day.
Right.
Otherwise,
Yeah, yeah.
which I don't think is hard, but
No, but they do say that it's healthier not to do it every day.
Yeah.
But then also
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of stuff now that's been saying, like a lot of people have been saying, oh, I haven't used shampoo and conditioner in a while, and my hair is like a lot more healthier
Yeah.
because like the natural oils like come back,
Yeah.
and then
Which I don't like that feel of my hair. So
yeah, I was
which
like,
I'm really tempted to try.
I've thought about going for
Yeah.
that, and I think I went for that a week, and like was like, nah, fam,
Yeah.
I ain't doing that again.
my hair just gets so wild after like not washing it for 2 or 3 days because it's so curly.
Yeah.
So I think mine's a little different.
The
Needs
best
more
time
care.
to do it would be do it like after a haircut.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That, and I've also seen a lot of stuff as far as like the 3-in-1 and 2-in-1. Like it's not good for you.
8-in-1, 9-in-1,
All that stuff.
deodorant.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I
Car
use that
oil.
is the one. Actually, the one I have isn't. I have like dandruff shampoo too, which is like Head and Shoulders. But a lot of those are 2-in-1s. But
Yeah.
if you have dandruff, I mean, obviously you're gonna use dandruff shampoo.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I think there's also a lot of like not 2-in-1s that you could. There's a lot. There's so much stuff
Yeah.
out there for like
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so many,
products.
so many.
So it's kind of, I don't know. You pick and choose which one's the best. But okay, what else you got? We got on the docket to talk about. You looked some stuff up.
Had that video I sent Pat about that fantasy football 1,000 PPR league.
Yeah.
Did you watch
oh,
that?
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't know about you. Would you want to do that?
So explain it. It was
Absolutely.
1,000. You get
It was
1,000
literally, like,
points.
Per
Per
reception,
reception.
which
each
is
each team was
insane.
projected like 3 million
But
points.
what's the
QB
difference?
ones
But
were-
what's the difference between that and just 1 point per?
Wait,
reception?
no. They
Way more
also
points.
had.
They also have defensive players.
They also had defensive players,
Yes.
2 head coaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, was it like a head coach and coordinators? I don't know.
I think it was
thought
2
looked
head
like It was
coaches.
on Sleeper, right?
Was that?
No, it was on ESPN.
Okay, that's
That
why.
was- yeah, this one
that's
was on
why, because I was
ESPN.
Yep.
okay, yeah. I know on ESPN you can add coaches. I know on Sleeper you can't.
It's not about the, like, oh, is it any different? It's not really much different, I guess, if you just had a regular PPR.
Yeah.
It's the cool high scores when
Yeah.
you're playing. Also, I saw
It's
that
like, oh, I'm only 4,000 behind you. You know.
the home team, like, I guess there's a home team gets a 10-point advantage.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
if you noticed that.
So they have 2 quarterbacks, 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 3 flex.
This is a 4-man league, by the way.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
You're
So that's why you have all these people. So
Yeah.
you
And
I would
then-
say do a 4-man league.
What
if
would
you were to
OP
do this.
stand for?
Because
There's 2 quarterbacks on OP.
OP. Maybe it's offensive player.
Yeah.
Like any
I'll let
offensive
it
player.
skip ahead to see his matchup.
But you get defensive players
So
too.
quarterback,
Well, yeah.
4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 3 flex, and then OP.
I'm assuming just any offensive player.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
imagine.
They all have quarterbacks, which
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah. That,
And then, 2 defensive tackle
They literally build a whole defensive like. a
2
team.
defensive ends,
The-
2 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, DP defensive player.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
You get
because
defensive
Josh
player
Allen
bet.
is. Oh wait,
no,
no,
there's a
that's
Josh
not
Allen
Josh.
for the
Jacksonville.
Defense. Yeah, Jacksonville.
2 kickers, and then 2 punters, 2 head coaches, and then all the bench.
dude,
That's
That's-
so many players.
That is insane. I want to know how that draft works. First of all,
Yeah.
Because
that'd be interesting.
like who's obviously probably a quarterback is your first.
You're
Oh,
most
yeah.
valuable, and I would say all offensive guys.
Yeah,
I was
well,
gonna
if you-
say if it's 1,000 PPR.
And then you don't pick a defense, you just pick defensive players.
Don't think of 1,000 PPR though. Just think of it as like a normal
Yeah.
PPR.
Yeah.
Like, who are you drafting first?
Yeah.
I was gonna say also it's definitely something different with the scoring of the quarterbacks because their quarterbacks projections were really high too.
Yeah.
So they definitely had something different with that too.
That would be interesting. I already thought when I saw that video, I had already thought like, oh, which defensive players would I take? I'd be like, I want to take teams that have their defense on the field all the time. So I'm taking some Seahawks players.
Mhm.
I like at least Jordan Brooks because he's getting a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but that would be fun. I think that would be.
I was gonna say we should do that next year, just 4 of us.
Well, and then also there's that other league where it's, I don't know how many people are in the league, maybe like 8 people, but it's co-owners, like
Oh yeah.
the 3 owners of each fantasy team.
Wasn't
So,
it
like-
only like 3 players starting though?
No, I don't know. I don't think the teams were any different. I just know like you had 3 owners for a team. So then there's 8 people. There's 8 people, but 3 owners to a team, or 8. There's 8 teams,
Yeah.
but 3 owners to each team. So then you're sitting there on Sundays rooting for you. You guys are all rooting
Yeah,
for your
yeah.
team, and then imagine you have somebody
You're,
else come
making
over with their
decisions.
team.
Yeah.
with their team, and then you're all rooting against each other in the
Okay.
games.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah, and
fun.
it's like, oh, we should have put this guy in.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 people. See, that would be fun.
Okay. That's kind of what Giuliano and I are doing in our guillotine league.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and then Jordan and I are doing that for the ESPN
exactly.
paid league. So
Yeah, where John Luke is going to give me 80% of the pay if we win. That's what he told me.
I get
Because
well.
he's doing most of the work.
He hesitated.
Well, I thought you said 80% for me, and then I was like, wait a minute.
John Luke, when do I do that?
I don't know, man. I thought you were being nice.
I ain't that selfless.
So their quarterbacks are projected to get like 400,000 points.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's probably like
380, 370 on the low side, I guess. Travis Kelce is projected to 83,000, and then like defensive tackles are like 8,000.
Their touchdowns and all that must also be different.
Cornerbacks
Has
are
to be.
48, 49,000.
So touchdowns are probably like 6,000.
probably, which is equivalent again to 6 points.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
really, there's no point. It's just
It's
like
just
you like
way
seeing
higher.
high.
Yeah.
You just like seeing.
It's
high
like adding
points.
3
Yeah.
zeros.
Essentially, yeah, exactly.
Think about
So-
this. You can go in,
But-
talk to your work buddies, and be like, yeah, my fantasy team scored $2 million this week. And
Which is probably low. Like if you're high 3 mil, then it's like
2 million is probably like.
over 4 million. It's like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
it's like, who do you have on your team?
There's no
Go
point to
through
the.
25 people.
There's no point unless you're doing specific like bonuses, which I want to do next year to have like bonuses for like 50-yard catches or 50-yard touchdowns or something like
Yeah.
that, because there's just cooler bonuses to have. But I don't want to board the people with fantasy talk. I do have
Too
sports.
much.
I do have sports talk though.
Okay.
Pat and I, we were watching the Chiefs and Chargers game, and we both kind of like realized something at the same time. And I had said to you right after it happened, but it was like, I think it was a kickoff, and the Chargers or Chiefs kicked it off, and then like the ball went out of bounds, but then like there's 2 ball boys, and they like were chasing after the ball, and we were like. And my first thought was, oh, I wonder how much, like, that would be so much fun to, like, do with Buddy. And then I turned to you and asked you.
I had the exact same thought at the same time because they're like, most of the kickoffs go out of bounds. So the ball boy's job is just to stand at the end, and usually
And then
it's
grab the
at
ball.
least 2 of them and to catch it. And most of them are pretty good. They'll catch it. But like these 2 guys that look like they were buddies,
Yeah,
they're like
they
right
both
next to
chase
each
after
other.
it.
They like go running after it. I was like, that'd be a fun job.
Yeah, to do
Probably
with-
makes more than me.
Right.
Yeah,
No, and
honestly.
this goes in the conversation we had. I don't know the other day about
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah,
Or the,
it was Water Boy.
water boys or
Yeah.
or girls, because there's girls
Hey,
out there.
hey.
Let's not be sexist.
And
guys.
just the whole conversation of like, we should come up with a list of fun jobs to do with your buddies.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of them. That's, it'd be up there if you were interested
Yeah,
in football.
We could do that for a
We would-
list. I'll write
yeah.
that down.
Okay.
Fun jobs to have
A list now or a list later?
later.
We'll do next episode.
You know what we need to also do is we need to do a draft. Like, I think I've sent it to you, like a candy draft. Or no, there's a fast food draft where like we go around and draft.
I had that on my list actually, and we could do something smaller today, but we could do like we each pick our top 4 or top 3, and then we could do like a snake draft 1, 2, 3, and then back, or just a normal draft linear.
Mhm.
But yeah, we could do fast food restaurants or
It could literally be
candy.
anything. I saw. What did I see today? It was Batman characters or Lord of the Rings. I think it was Lord of the Rings characters, and they just
okay.
drafted them.
Okay,
For
cool.
it. So I was like,
I have to pull up a list of all of them to remember, but
yeah.
that'd be fun.
But like you could do that with anything. So,
Yeah. For sure.
but no, like the ball boy thing, or like even just handing out like water and stuff. Do you think you'd get intimidated if you were a like water boy?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be intimidated to like hand people their
Maybe
drinks?
at first, I guess, depending on who it was.
Like
but
if it's for the
I feel like
Seahawks.
it's like any job. Once you get used to it, it'll be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
it'll
it's
be
used to it.
natural.
yeah,
You're like handing Patrick Mahomes while he's like having.
But if
a-
you like smacks blood out of your face, like,
Yeah. Do you think any of them have ever had like the whole tray of like Gatorade just smacked out of their?
oh,
like,
I'm sure. Yeah,
yeah, I'm throwing hands.
Dude,
I ain't
I'm
gonna do it.
carrying all those Gatorades. for
Mike
you.
Evans does that to me. I'm gonna get a 1-game suspension for smashing, pushing him into the
For just
ground.
he's just standing on the sideline, and all of a sudden he just gets tackled. by
Blindside
the
hit.
water. Dude, yeah, I wonder. You try to do that to like one of the big guys, and then you
Yeah.
just fall over yourself.
a 400-pound defensive end guy.
Yeah, that would be that'd be fun. No, but I'm actually curious. I'm curious how much they get paid for
I
the
know.
ball boys. But imagine like even for like the Super Bowl or like
Oh,
big
man.
events, something like that.
Do you think they have like a the best water boys from around the league? Actually, those are by team, I think. But the best ball boys, because it's like the best.
Yeah, the best refs.
the best refs. Yeah.
The
They have
best
the same thing
water
for the-
people.
There's probably like
water
a secret
I
ranking
think
out
the
there.
water boys are specific on the team, so it's like if you are a water boy for the Jacksonville Jaguars and they make it to the Super Bowl somehow, then you are.
Yeah, then
But
you
I think the
go.
ball boys are probably like the refs, where they like pick the best crew.
They're
or
like looking at
something.
the NFL's just looking at us, all right, did you drop or did you
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
or drop it?
Like
Yeah.
they have certain crews. It's like, hey, this week you're going, or maybe they're all local.
Maybe.
They probably are local.
Like, yeah, the locations of the teams. But
Did you look up how much a ball boy makes?
I haven't, but or maybe it's like those casting things. Like, have you ever seen those? Oh, this movie is
Oh.
filming nearby. You
Yeah.
I
get
thought
extra in
about
this
joining.
movie.
You know,
That would be kind of cool to be an extra in a
what
movie.
if I was in a Marvel movie and I was just an
You
extra?
could be.
okay.
That's probably how they
Just
a lot, of
thinking
leaks,
about it,
a
you
lot
know.
of leaks get out. I'm sure you have to sign some.
As
Oh, I'm
of-
sure they'd probably like have like a sniper like trained on you if you like ever spoil anything.
As soon as you say something.
So as of 1 week ago,
Oh, okay.
the average annual pay for a ball boy in the United States is $38,000 a year,
So that's
approximately $18.60 an hour.
That is technically more than me,
That's more than
but I get a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of bonuses, so I
right.
probably make more than them.
also,
Yeah.
but they only work Sundays, right?
yes.
Oh, that's
well,
true.
yeah,
So
How's
I wonder
that
how
work?
But
much.
yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't make any sense.
$38,000 a year. That doesn't.
Maybe they go to their
mathematically.
practices and do it.
Oh, maybe
Oh, that's true.
That could also
Yeah.
be a thing.
I think maybe it's just like
because they have practice.
it's
Wednesday
that much
through
a year,
Friday.
but I think they're technically on salary.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
they
it's-
probably that because that would make no sense. It wouldn't add
Yeah.
up just on Sunday.
Yeah,
At least the 1860 part wouldn't add up.
exactly. Maybe it's just like, oh, here's an idea. I don't know.
You get $400 an hour for on Sunday, so it's like what 4 hours?
Yeah.
No, unless you get there earlier.
$400
Oh.
an hour,
Oh,
dude.
that's
Think
true.
about that though. No, I was just giving.
That's a lot of money, John.
Well, I'm just saying if they work only Sundays.
that's
The,
still a lot of money.
But hold
Yikes.
on, unless they get there before the game starts, because they're not
Mm.
there just during when the game starts. They're probably
Yeah,
there when
probably
the
there
players are
pregame.
warming up. So
Yep.
that's like, if the game's at 1, players are getting there around 11, maybe. Yeah, I like 11 to the stadium. Maybe earlier.
Earlier, if the game's at 1, I
Yeah.
feel like they're there like 4 hours early. I guess it depends.
Yeah. So then ball boys are there,
Oh.
probably. So then
Warming
you
up
get
and
maybe
stretching.
yeah.
Yikes!
So then
The salary in Spokane is $1,000 less than nationwide.
that's
Spokane's
I don't know
so
who,
cheap, man.
who you're a ball boy for in Spokane.
the
The
Shock.
Eagles.
in Indian.
Shock is gone. The Eagles.
The Eagles.
The
Oh,
EW.
Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they suck.
They still need water boys or ball boys.
Dang. You would think probably some of the students would probably want to do that.
They could be.
Yeah.
Maybe they do that for like tuition payoff too. I bet you
Probably.
something like that.
Security. How much do the security guards get paid? I guess you just look up security guards.
For like NFL games?
Yeah.
I don't know. Security guards.
That would also be really boring.
NFL.
I feel like that'd be so boring to be a security guard at a football game and you have to stare and watch the
Oh, I
audience the
know.
whole time.
It would be really boring. I guess you gotta watch the game though, but
No, you
No,
gotta
you-
face the people.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
And like even if you like can sense the play coming towards you, it's like they're
Just get
Like,
But
you can
there are
flinch,
videos of like
but-
security guards like just glancing over real quick.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder. Oh, I guess some stadiums might have like a screen.
You might be able to like look up at the
Yeah.
screen. But then how much are you watching like the screen and then the audience or the
Yeah.
crowd?
34,000 a year.
That's not worth it.
No.
So it's less than the ball boy.
Yeah. Apparently.
You heard it here first. It's
Whoa.
more worth it to be a ball boy than to be a security
Water
guard.
boys are 53,000 a year though.
Water boy.
That's
where
the
it's
salary
at,
for
dude.
just beginners. Oh. For
So then-
professionals, their salary can be higher as any other highest paid NFL water boy.
Just how hard can it be to be a water boy?
What a brag. You're like, yeah, I'm an NFL water boy, top 10 in the country. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
man.
I make like $90,000 a year.
My PFF rating's pretty high for
My
water boy.
Didn't have to go to college at all.
I haven't spilled a
You
drink.
just got to be able to, carry a water bottle.
You probably just can't. Oh yeah, you have to go up to the player and like spray it in their mouth. You like spray it in their eye. They like yell at you and hit you. That's probably where.
Or they're
that's
like-
why it's higher. 'Cause
Like,
it's more
water?
dangerous.
Water? Like, no. It's like, okay.
They push you aside. That's why it's dangerous. That's why. 'Cause
No,
the
if,
player,
I'm,
the
if I'm
players are
getting
fu-
touched by a football player,
the players
I'm
are full of
swinging hands.
rage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess if they're having a bad game, I'd be more intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
100%.
38
Tom
to
Brady just
0.
like threw
Or,
his
yeah,
tablet on the
Tom
side. You're like,
Brady.
you got like, hey, do
You
you want some
want water?
Gatorade?
Tom Brady,
Would you
I
like
know
some
you
Gatorade?
kissed your son on the
No!
lips, but you want some water?
Tom
Yeah.
Brady, he'd be not a fun one to water boy for.
Any of them.
I don't think any of those elite quarterbacks would be. Like I would,
Yeah.
I would not. I don't think I would want a water boy for Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I'd want a water boy for Russell Wilson though. He's like, I mean, there's
He's
like
so-
times
doesn't-
when he's mad,
But he doesn't
but
get.
he's not like outward about it.
Yeah.
There was an interview like KG Wright was doing, and they asked him, and they were like, "Does Russell ever get mad?" And he was like, "No, Russell doesn't get mad like ever." So you heard it from a player,
Yep.
that he never really gets mad. So I think Russell would be.
Or
one
he
of
just
the
holds. Yeah,
easiest.
he just holds it all in.
Well, yeah. Also, I think he just respects like other people. Than
He takes it home to Sierra in
Uh,
their
Oh my
12 bathroom house.
yeah.
12 bathrooms enough?
No, especially when you have 4 bedrooms or whatever it is, 5 maybe.
So I want to ask you, because you're a Seahawks fan,
Okay.
Russell Wilson being booed. Do you get that? Do you understand it?
I get it. I'm not surprised, or I wasn't surprised. But you mean when he walked back into Seahawks?
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised at all, but I hated it. I was like, "You guys are terrible people for doing this." But I understood.
would you
I
have
would-
booed him?
No,
You wouldn't have?
no. I would have cheered.
You're pansy like Jeremy.
No, I'd be like, "We love you still." It's the way of the game. And I don't think he left. He didn't leave for money. He was like, "I want a successful career, and I'm not going to get it here." So he's like, "I'm going to go
Okay.
somewhere better." And he had, the places he wanted to go. And when it finally came up, he's like, and did you see the whole story? It was like 2018.
Yeah, the Seahawks were looking to trade.
They were going to trade him to the Browns for a first-round pick and then draft Josh Allen and
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes. And then Russell Wilson got word of that, so then he hated him for 3 years before they finally traded him. 4 years.
Well, I think the not hate, but
Yeah.
the distance started before then, because Russell was wanting even now he's wanting all this stuff. Like he's asking for all this higher up stuff when he hasn't technically earned it yet. Like he's won one
Yeah.
Super Bowl, but then he's only won one playoff game in the past 5 years. Now some of that's not, it's not entirely his fault because he was
Yeah.
the main reason they even made the playoffs.
Right.
But that being said, he was still asking for a lot of stuff, and even now the Broncos that would if you're a player and you're the quarterback obviously gets treated differently
Yeah.
than the
The other players.
other players. So the quarterback gets treated differently, but it only goes to some extent.
Yeah.
So if you were a running back or a wide receiver or a defense who, especially for the defense early on when they were the ones making all the plays,
Yep.
and Russell's getting all the. I could see why they don't like Russell.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then also it's funny to see Doug Baldwin doesn't like Russell at all.
Really?
He hates him.
Wow.
Dude,
What?
it's known.
Dang.
It's known that he
Not to
doesn't
me.
like-
Does he
Why?
say why?
I don't know.
'Cause of the
I don't know
trade?
I don't know the entire reasoning why, but KG Wright confirmed it on his interview with because now he has a show
Yeah.
on the Seattle radio, and they were talking about after the game, all the Seahawks players were tweeting stuff, Richard Sherman was tweeting stuff and Doug Baldwin was tweeting stuff, and then they had mentioned it and passing on the show, but he was like, "Oh, I bet Doug Baldwin was happy," and then KJ Wright was no comment, or he was happy that Russell lost and stuff like that, and then he it basically confirmed that
Wow.
Doug Baldwin does not like him at all.
Since he retired.
Yeah,
or...
since he retired. I think it maybe even before that. I don't know the
I wanna know
reasoning.
why.
I want to know why too. But as fans though, so when we had the discussion with our roommate Jeremy,
Yeah.
about booing Russell, and I was like, I think it's justified, or I think it's all right. I would have booed him. Now I did think back, and I was like, I don't think I would not have cussed or anything like that. I wouldn't have some of the stuff, because I wasn't at the game, so I don't know. But there was some pretty there was some classless stuff going on. But to boo the general just booing Russell, I think that's okay, and I would have booed Russell. And I don't even like Russell now. I'm kind of tired of him.
Diva.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
kind of
but,
diva.
yeah.
And the corniness is kind of
Yeah.
gotten
Yeah.
to me.
When he got traded, I was like, wow, that sucks. It was heartbreaking.
It was at
But
first
I was
dang.
I'm always going to be a fan of him. As a person, I've always loved Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I
and I
think-
still will.
when I look
but
back to when he was on the Seahawks.
It's a little harder too with all the like, yeah, let's ride. And all the like, yeah, and it's, all this, and it's like, yeah, Diva, it's like, okay, now I'm into Denver. I'm going to save them. I'm going to bring this city a Super Bowl in,
But like, I kind of see, I don't want, obviously there's multiple reasons why we would cheer against him now, because one, we have their pick. So I'm going to boo them. I want them to lose.
Yeah.
Because we have their pick. So then if they do really bad, well, if we have 2 top 10 picks next year.
Yeah. And screw him up.
Yeah. And also, the Seahawks, we are so much better for trading off Russell Wilson now.
Yes.
Because the Seahawks do not want to pay him all that money.
Yeah.
And he was asking for a lot of money, especially for him not being able to really run and save the pocket anymore. He's averaged what?
She's gotten older.
Well, yeah,
fatter.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
And he's people have been talking about it, but he's like averaged like 30 rushing yards in his like over like a season as far as like per game.
Yeah.
And this year he's only ran twice for like 5 yards or something like that.
That's crazy.
It's only when he absolutely has to.
So think of what the Broncos gave up to get like just Russell Wilson, and what the Seahawks got. The Seahawks are much better off.
Yeah. What did we get in the trade? Noah Fant, Drew Lock, and Shelby Harris. Right. And then we got 2 second-rounders and 2 first-rounders. Jeez. That is so much.
That is a lot.
It's a ton.
Yes.
We also don't have to pay that big.
Honestly, an overpay.
We don't have to pay Russell $245 million.
Exactly.
You just saved a bunch of money.
Yeah, it almost like looking at it now. It's like, okay, maybe like we should have done this like 3 years ago.
That's why they were probably doing it.
Yeah,
because
and they were trying to, but he was like, I have my places I want to go. Like, fine, you want to get rid of me, but send me here or here. And
yeah,
like,
and they were trying to get like. They were trying to repeat what they did the first time because Russell Wilson was on his rookie contract. He was young. He was good. And they didn't have to pay any of the other superstars on defense.
Yeah.
So they're trying to repeat that by trading Russell Wilson while he was still in his prime.
Yeah.
Early on, and get Josh Allen.
Yep.
Or Patrick Mahomes.
Such a good pickup, dude. Either or, dude.
Yeah.
Actually,
now Patrick Mahomes, you don't know how well they would have developed.
I think Mahomes would have been fine. Josh Allen's the one I'd be worried about because it took him 3 years.
But it is interesting to see that they wanted Josh Allen, like back then before he like changed his accuracy, to now where he is now as like the best quarterback in the league.
He is the best right now.
He is,
and so
until he gets injured.
That's what gives me faith that they'll like draft a good quarterback. Is like if they're already identifying.
I know that's the thing.
Josh Allen
True.
And
in the
Patrick
article,
Mahomes.
it was like okay, 2 sides to this. One, like John Schneider's really good at identifying good talent.
I mean, he found Russell Wilson, so it's like
exactly. And
he's all right. He lost to the Ducks, but whatever.
So it's like
anyway,
they're good at that, but they've been known to be really bad at drafting.
Yeah, at least with their first round picks.
And quarterbacks are really hard to draft, so like there's so few that actually turn out to be
exactly
good.
Like look at when Russell Wilson was drafted. He was drafted in the 3rd round, and the quarterbacks that are taken before him were RG3. Where look at where RG3 is now.
Okay, to be fair,
career over.
I mean, RG3 was really good when he was.
I think he was overrated.
And Andrew Luck was the first overall pick, and then he retired because they couldn't protect him.
Actually, I like Andrew Luck more than Russell Wilson.
Oh no, I think
talent-wise,
yes,
I would take Andrew Luck over Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That was just
But having Russell Wilson, like, it's hard to pick because like, well, if I had Russell Wilson, I mean, I'm still happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but then I think Kirk Cousins was taken before or after Russell Wilson. I don't remember, but he was in that draft too.
Yeah,
that was a good quarterback draft.
Yeah, it was.
Ryan Tannehill was in that draft.
He's all right.
I think the other one was Brandon Whedon.
Oh, that's
the Browns
tough.
one.
Yeah, well, the Browns always fail to make a good draft pick.
I don't know who else was in the draft, but I know those were like the main like 5, I think. Which is funny that the Redskins at the time, they drafted RG3 and then they drafted a backup quarterback, which turned out to be Kirk Cousins.
That's so crazy.
And then Kirk Cousins ended up having a longer career and better career.
That's okay. I like Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and I like Kirk Cousins too. And he's
not good in prime time, but that's fine.
He's not good in prime time.
Terrible.
2-10 or whatever, 2-8.
But no, that's why I have faith that the Seahawks will be able to draft.
Yeah.
And I like Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's much more likable person than Russell Wilson, so that's why.
Yeah. I hated
Although you
Pete
do
Carroll.
see a lot of people like, oh, Pete Carroll needs to go. Like, as far as Seahawks fans go.
Like 2 years ago, it was like one of them has to go, and I was like, I hate Pete Carroll because it was like all these calls he was doing, and like just their whole like offensive way of running plays. I was like, I hate him.
Yeah.
Why? And it was like, get rid of this guy. He was always on this like still the old ways of playing ball when
Yeah.
everyone else was like evolving, and
Well,
it's
it's
like
tough
you
to
need
watch
to
it.
evolve with the game.
It's tough to watch the Seahawks game when it's like 3rd and 1 and you struggle to pick it up when everybody else
Yeah.
gets like 3rd and 8s and they're still
Yeah.
able to convert it.
It's like,
And so
what are we doing wrong?
yeah, but then again, it's also not entirely. I mean, it's Pete Carroll's fault to an extent because it's his philosophy. Like he wants
Yeah.
to run the ball and have good defense. But at the same time, the offensive coordinators haven't been the greatest for the Seahawks.
Yep.
And a lot of it has been Russell Wilson just making plays,
Yes.
backyard football type plays. So you kind of get bailed out in that sense.
Yeah,
So
that is true.
but the defenses have been really good
Where do you rank Wilson on like your rankings for QBs?
now.
Yes, like honest, non-bias.
As he's been playing this year.
Well, I'll even.
Are we
if you
saying
wanna-
let's say before this season?
Let's say before the season and then this season as well. So if you have two.
Okay,
different
well,
rankings.
I'd say this season now. So a lot of people are blaming the Broncos blaming their coach for a lot of the time mismanagement, which is true. It is his
It's
fault,
very true.
but it's also Russell Wilson's fault because it's not like he can't just call a play and do it or whatever. There's no reason why Russell Wilson can't like.
Yeah, I see also a lot of that. They didn't like the starters didn't even practice in the preseason at all
Yeah.
with each other, so that doesn't help either.
And I think they're going to get destroyed on Sunday by the 49ers.
I
So
absolutely agree.
yeah, and then so this season, I feel like if they had now their next couple games, like I was looking at, I was like they have a pretty like easy schedule. I'm not gonna lie, at least for after the 49er game. But they do have to play the Chargers in there, and so if Justin Herbert, if he's getting healthier, because I don't know if he's playing Sunday, if he plays Sunday, I think the Chargers, or if he plays if Justin Herbert plays when Russell Wilson plays, then I think the Chargers will beat them. But I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. I don't even know if they'll make the playoffs, to be honest.
When we did like our predictions, I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs.
They look so good on paper.
Yeah.
I had them missing the playoffs along with the Raiders in that division.
Actually, let me look because I know I updated it several times.
Because everyone has like
Yeah.
three of
I think I
those
did.
teams making the playoffs at least, and I'm like, nah.
The on paper, their team is pretty good. Now their defense, I don't think is as good as people like were thinking it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I thought, but everyone was like, oh, it's their offense that's going to carry them because they have Russell Wilson now, and then Cortland Sutton and Jared Judy. Like Russell Wilson's going to make them better.
Yeah.
But with their time mismanagement, that's really lost them games. I think they are going to struggle, and I could easily see them miss the playoffs. Now, as far as where I rank Russell Wilson on like quarterbacks, before the season, I probably would have said he would have been, I think, top 10 for sure. I don't think, not top 5, but in that back half.
Yeah.
I think he'd be like 9 or 10 for me.
Probably. And it would probably be around there, too.
Probably
but
10.
now, I would probably rank him. I think it just all depends. Like, top 15, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you would still want him as your quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would agree with both of those. Top 10, and then it's like, well, there's a lot of other quarterbacks that are about
It's just
14 that are doing better than him.
It's
give or
just the
take.
fact that they're having time clock issues, like delay of games and false starts, and the delay of games shouldn't happen because Russell Wilson's played in this league for years. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know.
even if you get the play call in, like I don't know, you know
Yeah.
what place to call. Like you've had your mic and your
Yeah.
helmet go off multiple times, and you've called a full drive. So
I know.
there shouldn't be any time mismanagement as far as delay of games. And they've
Yeah.
had more this year than they had last year, and it's only been 2 games in the season.
Yeah. I just say, I mean, maybe that's first year quarterback combined with
Well, their whole staff
a
is new.
first. Yeah.
Literally, their whole staff is new.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm like,
There
okay,
you go.
I think people were definitely overestimating them.
Yeah.
100 overestimating them 100% for sure. But
like-
now it's like that's why the Seahawks, depending on what they do with those picks,
Mm-hmm. Could be stacked.
definitely won that trade as far as depending on what they do with those picks. Now this
Yeah.
year, what they drafted, it's looking good so far. Charles Cross is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
They were able to draft their draft for the first time in a while. They've
Was very
drafted like
good.
almost all their picks.
Yeah.
Look pretty good, and they're playing a lot of rookies. They're playing
Yeah.
a lot of experience, and they're getting a ton of experience.
It's true.
And even though like we've been getting pass interference calls like for the DBs, they, as far as like normal just plays, they haven't really given up any like big catches except Kobe Bryant. But
Yeah.
they were really high on Tariq Woolen, and he's played pretty good. And Michael Jackson has played really good as well. I mean, they're going to commit those penalties because they're young, but as the season goes along, I think they end up progressing and being really good. So I'm excited. I'm actually really disappointed though, as far as like who Seahawks gave up. DJ Reed has played really good this year.
Yeah.
And he's playing outstanding for the Jets. And so you have DJ Reed on one side and you have Sauce Gardner on the other side. That team is looking good for corners, so pretty good. But what about you guys for Russell? You said
probably last year, number 10. I think there's a lot of QBs I would definitely take over him.
Yes.
This year, he might be borderline top 15 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's through 2 weeks. It's kind of crazy, like to see because
again, it's only been 2 weeks.
Here's the thing,
So-
like I don't know. You look at just the stats so far this year, and it's like, okay, Jared Goff or Tua or all these quarterbacks, like they're doing better than he is. But I still think I would pick Russell Wilson above them because it's like
just off experience.
Yeah,
or?
and it's like, well, Jared Goff, I still don't think he's like that amazing of a quarterback. I still think Russell Wilson's a better quarterback.
Yeah, but think about this though. The Lions have like a easily. Well, some of them are. Some people are calling it like they have the best offensive line now. So Jared Goff behind the offensive line is like just only helping him.
Yeah,
and it's kind of reminding people of when he was on the Rams when they went to the Super Bowl. They had a really good offensive line, and he has DeAndre Swift. So he already has a really good running back.
I was just watching highlights of one of Jared Goff's games from the Rams. 'Cause I think I found it on TikTok. I think it was like one of his 400-yard games.
Yeah.
Man was tossing absolute dimes.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't missing. Period. When he has time to throw.
Yeah.
Like he's a good QB.
Yeah.
When he has the weapons around him.
And he has time to throw, and he has one of the best offensive lines. So obviously you're going to be like a really good quarterback if you have all the time in the world to throw the ball.
Yep.
Like when Dak Prescott was, when the Cowboys had their top offensive line and Ezekiel Elliott was running for all those yards, it was like, was it because of Ezekiel Elliott or was it because it was the offensive line? No, but it was a mixture of both, obviously, because Ezekiel Elliott, when he was first drafted, was way better when he was
so much more explosive back then.
Yes, and their offensive line was like younger, obviously, and they had to pay him all and stuff like that. So, when you're behind a good offensive line, it makes your quarterback better. So that's why Jared Goff. But then also at the same time, you see some of these teams that have really good quarterbacks, like the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. I don't know how much of it was he had a pretty good offensive line, but then because Patrick Mahomes is the way he is, I'm wondering how much of that was. Well, Patrick Mahomes, I think it's Patrick Mahomes bailed out his offensive line. I feel like because he had the weapons he has. Tyreek Hill is super fast, so he gets open right away. So you don't have to wait 3 seconds for him to get open. You also have Travis Kelce,
who you can throw to at any time, and he'll make the catch because he towers above him and he's strong.
So I'm like, even with you could have below average offensive line, and they'll play better because the defense eventually gets tired, and then I feel like so. Yeah, I don't know. That's my stance. If you have a really good quarterback who just gets the ball out really quick, even Tom Brady, like for years, he doesn't take as many sacks, and he doesn't take that many sacks. Look how old he is.
Yeah, he gets the ball out super quick.
Yeah, he makes his decisions super quick. So
like if he sees pressure coming, he's probably throwing it short.
Yeah, exactly.
And he knows to do that.
Yep.
Russell Wilson holds on to the ball.
Yes, he does.
And that's
hardcore.
probably the most frustrating thing about him.
He's made his offensive line, I think, look worse than it actually was.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like Joe Burrow this year, who's already taken a ton of sacks, and they're supposed to have a much better offensive line. I think some of it though is on their coach or their offensive coordinator because the plays that are drawn. It's looking a lot like the Seahawks back. They're just throwing only to the sideline and like big long plays. I mean,
which is crazy to me because you got such an elite receiving core.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a rookie who just ran receiving yards for like 1,400, 1,500 last year as a rookie, throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Not just because he's on my fantasy team, throwing the ball.
Exactly. So, but do we have any non-sports stuff to talk about for any of our people that are still listening that were not bored with the sports stuff? I'm just curious. I do have something though that is related to kind of sports, or it is related to sports, but not really to NFL talk.
About your fantasy leagues?
No, I had the thought the other day. I was like, do you think if you were in the NFL, would like being a fan of sport, like if you were in the NFL but you weren't on the Seahawks, do you think you'd still be a fan of the Seahawks and like root for them?
like if I grew up how I was a Seahawks fan and then
Yes, and
got
then you got drafted
drafted
into
to
the
wherever.
NFL, but you got drafted somewhere else. Let's say like Jacksonville.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, if
You
it was
still be a
Jacksonville, yeah. No, I think I would be, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've thought about this before. It's like obviously you'd like want to get drafted by your team,
Yeah.
but it's like I think I still would be, but like I mean that doesn't mean you're not a fan of.
It'd be hard to if you were drafted by, let's say,
A rival?
like I'm drafted by the Vikings. What do I do?
Yeah.
I think I asked for a trade immediately.
Yeah, yeah,
Because why would I want to be on that team?
yeah.
But no, it'd be hard.
I know. I feel like if I was drafted, I was a Seahawks fan, obviously, but if I was drafted by the
49ers.
49ers,
Oh
yeah.
man, that'd actually be the worst.
I would hate that. Yeah,
That would be the
Yeah.
worst.
I think deep down, you're still gonna be a true fan of the team you always were.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But
100%.
like, you're obviously gonna be like rooting for your
Yeah.
team, and
Yeah, mean
unfortunately, your rival. So you do have to hate the other team when you play them.
yeah, that's the other
That's
thing.
the
When you
hardest
play your
part.
team,
and
you're
it's like, are you still gonna play your hardest?
I think you get excited if you were to play your favorite team.
You just
Yeah.
like blow a play for him to win the game. Darn.
Oh man.
Well, the only reason I bring this up is because I was listening to Travis Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce. They have a podcast, and I listened to it, and they grew up Browns fans.
Mm,
Dude, everyone has a podcast these days.
It
I know.
really is like
It's so true.
They don't even
if
need
you have a
one.
following.
They don't even need one.
Oh yeah.
But I like having because they go through the NFL while they're in the NFL.
Let's
And
give
it's
it
like,
to the
it's-
lesser known NFL players.
Anyway,
okay?
no, I like hearing their insight because they're in the NFL
Yeah.
currently still playing, and like they're some of the best of their positions, and they're reacting to the same stuff as if they're fans also and stuff like
Right.
that. So, but when they brought that up, I was like, oh, I wonder like because they're Browns fans, so I was like, if I was in the NFL, how would that be? How would that be as far as like being the fan of the same team, but then you
Right.
get drafted? For them, they're not rivals to the Browns.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah. So if I was a Seahawks fan, there'd be teams I would hate to play for. 49ers. I think just about everyone would hate to play for the Browns.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like if
Um,
you're drafted, you're like, gosh, I hope I don't get drafted to a poor fan.
Yeah.
But you can't have that mindset though, because if
'Cause-
you do, it's gonna mess with how you perform.
Yeah,
Because you could go in there nonchalant, like, oh, I don't care as much anymore.
and
Yeah,
like
I feel like, whereas like
if you get drafted high and then you go to the crappy team,
yeah,
and then they build back up, and then you're suddenly a good team.
which your mindset should be, oh my gosh, I just got drafted. I gotta like, especially if you're hype,
Live
you
up
gotta
to
like
the hype.
prove, yeah, you gotta live up to your
Yeah.
hype, or you just gotta prove yourself. If you're one of those guys who like grinds for years and doesn't really get offer much of a chance, but then you finally get your chance,
Yeah,
you gotta put everything else aside.
yeah,
So,
yep.
but that would just be really hard,
Be
especially
tough.
if like my only chance is like the 49ers, and you're like. But if
Yeah.
it's something I committed to, I'd be like, okay, let's go do
Nah,
it.
at that point, if it's like I'm worked my way up, I don't care what team it is.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
work my butt off to
Yeah,
make this
yeah.
team.
What if it was the Bears?
Don't matter. I can tell right now, if I'm on the Bears, Aaron Rodgers ain't owning me. I'm owning him.
And then
Obviously, I'm
after
on
you
the
sack him,
defensive
you're like, after you sack him, I'm sorry. Packers lost the win.
Nah, bro, it'd be much.
Do you think you still
different
get? Do you think you still get mad if your favorite team, if you play your favorite team and then you lose, but then your favorite team wins?
No,
You're like,
we lost.
dang, we
guys,
lost, but my
dang
favorite
it.
team won.
I'm telling you right now, if it's Super Bowl,
Oh,
And
it's
I'm
Super
playing
Bowl,
the
then I'm
Pa-
not care. Oh
and
man,
then I'm playing the Packers, I'm letting them win. I'm telling you right now, I'm letting them
you're
win.
like celebrating on the field afterwards.
I'm taking my jersey off.
Oh,
I'm like, good job, Aaron. You deserve this for so long.
How many NFL players do you think draft themselves in their leagues?
Oh, in fantasy,
I would.
Yeah,
plenty, like a lot.
Yeah.
I guarantee you a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially like the really good ones like Jefferson and
yeah,
Jamar and all these players. Who, like,
Yeah, and you only have yourself to blame if you don't do good.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh
yep.
man, I had
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
in fantasy. I
That
should've
means
performed.
that makes like you are way more hyped if you get a touchdown or whatever. Too.
that would actually make me even. Yeah, that
You
would
know,
make me a
if
ton
you're
more
like
hype.
way more.
My celebration,
celebrating
pull on
way
my
more.
phone and check my fantasy points. Dude, they should do that.
How many points do I have?
I know.
bet
I'm.
head coaches don't do fantasy though and stuff like that because I feel like that would affect it too much.
Yeah.
Or it'd get in their heads. I feel like that's something that's like, oh, I can't do this because then I'm gonna get my head coaching and be like, oh, throw to him.
Somebody.
doing?
So the Falcons coach made a comment about Kyle Pitts. Or somebody asked him about Kyle
Mhm.
Pitts, and they're like, "Oh, he said we don't like care about your fantasy team or whatever." But fantasy, like football, was never mentioned. like at all, like with previous. But the first thought was to go to fantasy football. So people were wondering, what if he does fantasy football and he like was playing against Kyle Pitts the first 2 weeks and he just didn't.
Well, yeah, I would. No. 2 weeks in a row though.
Like I don't know. Maybe
I
you
think
know how
it's-
many leagues he's in.
Yeah,
I thought that was
yeah.
a dumb comment though about
No,
your player. 'cause
it
I'm
is.
like he's probably the most athletically talented guy you have in your
and you're not throwing him the ball.
and you're not utilizing this guy.
But it was funny
Yeah.
because his
But
first
yeah,
thought was to go
that's-
to fantasy football. So then some people were throwing out, what if he was doing fantasy football? And I'm like, gosh, if
He
the
gets
head coach was,
suspended.
dude, you'd have
You'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
So
yeah,
sit
that's the
with
thing. That
Ridley.
goes back. Can coaches do fantasy football?
well, yeah,
I
I
don't-
saw it.
I don't think they can.
but then players can.
It's like betting on games.
Oh,
I feel like it's in the same.
Here's the
area.
thing. Offensively, like if you're a player on offense, it's different. Because
Yeah, if
most of the
right.
fantasy players are offense, you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm gonna make
Not
sure
necessarily
I give a
though,
big
because
play.
if you're a corner and you're guarding your wide receiver that you have.
That's what I'm saying. Offense, if you're an offensive player.
Yeah.
If you're a defensive player and
can
you have
affect
fantasy,
that. Yeah.
might be a little different. Although, I feel like in most cases, even if they did fantasy, they're not going to be like, I'm going to let this guy score.
Well, no,
Because
Yeah.
I don't
they
want...
care more about their game check than.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day...
But yeah.
it
But here's
would
the
be
thing.
okay.
Also, they definitely can't do fantasy football for like money
Oh, right.
because that's a
It's-
form of gambling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they can't. I think it's in their contract.
Maybe that's what Calvin Ridley did.
Yeah.
He was betting on games, dude.
Straight up bet on
Like an
games.
idiot.
I think I saw something. Maybe it was a podcast about like NFL referees doing fantasy leagues.
Oh yeah.
It's like, do they, or just being fans of teams? Because it's like, what if they had referee a Monday night game? So does that mean Sunday they're like at home on the couch watching the Jets game because they're a Jets fan, and then it's like Monday they go and referee for a whole nother team,
for
like
the Patriots Dolphins game, and they don't want the Patriots or
yeah,
Dolphins to win.
yeah.
Mm.
So it's like,
Actually,
are they allowed? I mean, obviously, like if you're becoming an NFL referee, you have an interest in sports. So they probably have a favorite team.
I'm pretty sure a couple years ago when the Saints and Rams played in that championship game and the ref didn't make that call or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they found out that the ref. I don't know how 100% this was true, but one of the refs was a Saints fan. So
Mm-hmm.
Weird
Yeah.
thing. I was just thinking about it, and I'm sure when refs get interviewed, one of the questions is, who's your favorite NFL team?
they probably take some sort of like moral test or whatever, and then if they pass that moral like
There's got to be something.
ethic test or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like that'll determine if you would make a call based on like how easily are you swayed.
Not that you can't lie on those things,
No, yeah.
but
Well, you can't really lie on an ethic one.
well, no, I'm saying.
I mean, actually, no, you could.
yeah, I was gonna say
You
and
can
you can
definitely.
get everything right and not.
There's
actually
no
read
wrong
it.
well, no, there could be a wrong answer, just depending. There's a wrong answer
you
as far
kill
as like
There's a
towards
train
the-
track. Would you kill the 7 kids or the 1 kid? Probably the
Seven. Dang. Yeah, no, that was just a thought I had when I was listening to the Kelsey brothers talk about football. So, did we have anything? How long have we been recording for?
We are at an hour 3.
Dang.
We're doing good.
Do we have anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? You researched some stuff.
Yeah, I didn't research enough. Though,
What did you
Jonathan.
research
Really?
though?
There's maybe topics for the future.
All right, what
Okay.
did you research? Just kind of curious.
Topics for the future. For the future.
Something like that.
No,
like,
it's-
like
it is
episode
topics
ideas.
for the future.
I think that would be good.
Oh,
I think we
okay.
talked about doing a relationship one, or
Ooh.
like relationship advice one.
Ooh, do you think we're qualified for that?
Absolutely not. Which is why it'd be even better to
We're
do
all
it.
single.
That's what I-
okay,
What do you
yeah.
think you would
That's
do?
what I was
Oh,
saying.
No,
yeah.
we should take. There's got to be some sort of relationship quiz. where,
Relationship
like,
advice
What would you
from
do?
singles.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I was like, dude, great
Oh.
idea.
Yeah,
Relationship advice from 3 single guys.
I was also thinking just
that
like,
should be the new name of our podcast.
Yes. We should change it for like a week. See how we do.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just see if it takes
let's do a
off.
couple episodes.
Yeah.
If
Relationship
your
month.
girl's having a hard time, tell her to calm down.
Give her my number.
Yeah.
I also had
So that's a sneak peek into the.
Yeah.
another one was just like if we just had people send in advice.
Oh man.
Not that we're
no,
totally
that
qualified,
actually, hold on, but
but that would be kind of fun.
Wait,
when you
people-
are looking for advice on stuff, you're really just looking for validation of what you already believe in.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Mm,
really,
deep.
That is deep. But on the truth, kind of. Let's think about it for fantasy football. When you're asking for a trade, should I do this? You're really looking for an answer.
Validation, yeah.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Most
Yeah, I was
most of the
gonna
time.
say sometimes.
Sometimes you're
Sometimes
I
you're
really-
like,
really
I
wondering.
need
Or
help,
like, do
yeah.
I want to start Damien Harris or Michael Carter? I need to know.
But with your gut, you said that you knew already, but then I went something different.
Yeah,
then-
and some bum told me to start Michael Carter. And I lost 5 points.
Did that affect your win
No, I
loss?
got destroyed.
Okay.
No.
Giuliano absolutely manhandled me.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Wonder when I played him.
yeah. So that could be a good one. People sending advice, but then also I don't think we have the following for. It'd be kind of curious though.
That'd be fun.
We could still look. I'm sure there's like something on Reddit where it's like,
Seriously, the relationship advice from single guys. That's the way to
well,
do
hold
it.
on. But like on Reddit, I'm sure people like upload their questions and then people respond. But
yeah,
we could like
for
totally
sure.
read off of Reddit. There's got to be
Oh,
some
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of like website where we could just read it off and then
That'd be actually fun. We should do like a Reddit episode.
yeah, where we just give off
should.
our own opinion.
Have you ever seen the like TikToks where it like goes through a whole story?
Yeah, like but it's on the Reddit.
Oh,
and
man.
the
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the
voice.
Reddit
Yeah,
stories.
yeah.
Dude,
Those
sometimes-
get sometimes I like those, sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
so.
it's a hit and miss. Sometimes they're really funny.
Sometimes. Yeah, and then you see like how many likes it has, and you're like, I better hang around. It's 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's got
Dude,
Where's part 2?
400,000
Where's part
likes.
2?
I think I just have definitely have a shorter attention span. It depends. Sometimes those longer videos definitely catch my attention, but you really just
Yeah.
Dude, I'd be watching a
Here's-
full movie on TikTok, bro.
Here's the thing. We had this conversation before because like I've sent you TikToks, John Luca,
Yeah.
and it's like, how'd you watch this? This is 4 minutes. But here's the thing. If it's on my For You page, then I trust the algorithm. I'm like,
Oh.
it's sending me this for a reason, and it's always been worth it to me.
the
I'm
other
like-
day you sent me
I hate
like
when you
5.
do that.
You sent me 5 TikToks with I don't know and it was really fast span.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Because
at one
usually,
point I was like, are you even watching these?
because
you're
usually
sending
what
them
I'll
so
do,
fast.
usually what I'll do is if like someone sent me TikTok. Oh, I open TikTok, but I end up scrolling for a while
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I go watch this one someone sent me. But then I'll go through, like the 6-7 people that sent me TikToks, watch them all, then go through and resend them to the different people because it's like maybe you sent me a funny one that I
Okay.
want to send to Isaiah,
Yeah.
or a coworker sent me one that I want to send to you guys. So I go through, and then it's like you'll get 5 sent to you within a minute, and it's
Yeah.
like I watch these
It's
over
just
the
funny
last
'cause I'm
20
like-
minutes, but yeah,
My first thought
I'm
immediately
watching
is like,
them.
is Pat even watching
Yeah,
this? Or he's
that's
just
fair.
sending
I've had that
blindly
happen.
sending them.
I would never. The only time I've like blindly, not even blindly sent, but it's like I already know this is good. I'm gonna send it
I've
before I
done
even
that
finish
before.
it.
I've done that.
That's-
I've done that before.
I'm gonna
too.
start doing that, locking and loading like 7 TikToks, liking them all, and just sending them off all at once.
There's just like nothing's even funny. It's just like here's advice for shopping or something like that. And you're like, what the heck?
Dude, most anxiety I feel is when I send a TikTok, realize you sent me one, hoping I didn't send the same one you
Yeah,
already
yeah.
sent me because I haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
I
that
go
is
watch
true.
the ones people have sent me before I send the ones on my For You page.
Sometimes I like forget. I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah,
That's fair, that's
or
fair.
I'll go and watch all the TikToks someone sent me, go back and resend them to the people, and I'm
Mhm.
like, crap, I just sent the one Jordan sent me to Jordan. It's like, delete.
Can't
And
you
they'll be
unsend-
like, you just sent me this. I'm like, I know, I've tried.
so can't you unsend them now though?
You can delete them, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
good.
Which I obviously like.
You have been able to for a while, I think.
Yeah. Also, the other thing about TikTok now is like the whole be real type thing where it's
Oh
like
my
TikTok
gosh.
now.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I posted something on my Snapchat. I'm like, this is hysterical because it began with stories. Snapchat had it first, and
Yeah,
then
now
Instagram,
and then
Yep.
Facebook.
Facebook,
and
and it's like,
yeah, TikTok obviously has stories for
yep,
some
yep.
reason.
Oh, I know.
They all
and it's
kind of start becoming the same.
yeah,
after a
because it's
while.
like they see what's popular, and it's the same thing with like TikTok. It's all videos, so Instagram is reposted TikToks.
Yes,
yeah,
you know.
pretty much.
And I mean, if you follow like a company or not a company, a channel on TikTok, you're gonna
Mhm.
see the same content on Facebook, Instagram,
Yes.
TikTok,
Mhm.
Twitter, whatever. But it's like, yeah, the now that is just a Be
Yeah.
Real is so stupid, and it's like, yeah, they caught on to how popular it is, but I don't like it at all. I like that you can dislike comments. will be fun.
that is interesting. I've seen that. I was like,
They're
Wait,
asking,
what is that
you
on?
can dislike
TikTok, you can
comments
dislike
on
comments.
TikTok. I know. I was like, I'm going to have fun with this.
yeah,
But I don't know. We should experiment after this because I don't know if you can see how many people liked a comment.
you can't see how many people dislike.
yeah.
it.
You can't even see if
Wow.
it's been disliked because
Yeah.
it'll illuminate if you've liked it.
Only the person.
Does the person know if they've
Yeah.
been disliked?
I think.
That would be a dumb. Okay, the dislike thing would be
There's
stupid if there wasn't.
But
If
then
no
what's
one
the
can-
point?
oh,
of
if no
what's
one
the
can
point of
see
just
it,
liking a comment?
Yeah, exactly.
no one
If
can
no one
see
can
it,
see
yeah.
Point.
If no one can see it, what's the point of just liking the
Yeah.
comment?
Yeah, exactly. That ruins the whole thing.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna be able to dislike a comment, either everyone can see how many dislikes,
Or take away the dislike
or
button.
take it away. Yeah,
There's literally no point to the dislike button, but to cause further
yeah.
problems.
Yeah. They just want heat. They just want people to.
But then it doesn't even help their cause because then no one can see it. So
Yeah.
it's literally pointless.
Yeah, unless maybe
Dislike
the
dislike buttons
creator
when-
of the video, not the comment, but just the creator of the video can see the dislikes, which wouldn't
That would
benefit
be the
them.
worst. That'd be the worst.
It's like, oh, this person
you
that
get no-
commented on my video
I hope I don't
disliked
get
it.
notified because if you
Yeah.
go viral, then you're getting notified every time someone dislikes
Dislikes.
it. I mean, you get
Mm.
notified
It's
every
not
time
as bad
already.
as a like, because that's
It's
more.
worse,
No, you'd get more likes than dislikes.
maybe.
So I think the notifications would be not as bad, but still, it's more.
True. more notifications. Which okay, so back on the whole like, oh, this app has stories. This app has stories. I'm like, if I was a content creator,
Yeah.
popular, like very popular, that would be so hard to manage all of them. And if because I know some people put the same thing on their Instagram that they put on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, Facebook and Instagram are connected, but to put something different on your story and like Snapchat or something, you're literally on your phone like all
I know.
day.
I know. And it's like, it's
YouTube video, and then
oh my
the TikTok
gosh,
people
it's
have
so
like
much. It's like
Like
because
it,
you
yeah.
have YouTube videos, they do YouTube Shorts. That same short video is getting
Yeah.
put on Instagram Reels and TikTok, and then like TikTok's probably the easiest one because you're just doing videos. But Instagram, most of them are just videos. But like YouTube, full videos and then shorts, and then like they're probably posting once in a while as a post on Instagram. But then it's like the people that are actually involved with their fans that are like responding to comments or liking them.
Yeah.
It's like that's way more. But like the company I work for, I'm logged into the Instagram and TikTok, so I'll get notifications of like people DMing us or whatever. And it's like you can tell they're being responded to in the evening. So it's like who at my company is responding to these people at 8 p.m.
with nothing better to
But
do.
it's like I can't even manage, and I'm like I don't want to get all these notifications because
Exactly,
it's like I'm
yeah.
not even gonna like step foot in there at all.
or even like the people that
It's just
vlog on TikTok and then they make a YouTube channel
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, let's do videos for YouTube.
Yeah.
So then it's like,
Snapchat.
yeah, you literally, how much of your life just becomes fake?
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's like it's so hard not to, I think.
I mean, you get presented with all these opportunities to do stuff.
Yeah. It's
But
like
then like,
we'll pay you money to promote this product that you know
but
nothing
you
about.
have to like work now to
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
you have to now make that content. So, guys, do we really want to go viral? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, because we got to work on our own time. Dude. Think about that. We got to make our own schedule.
That
You
is
can
true.
manage the TikTok.
No, you got to manage all the social media, John Lucas. And
See
me and
how
Kai
the-
got to sit
I
back
already-
and relax.
See all the hate comments.
Yeah, yeah. I
See
can do
Jorban
YouTube.
stuff.
I know that stuff. It's a lot. That's why people hire social media
Yeah.
people only.
If you have a big like following, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, and especially all the hate because it's like people need to just like completely not even address that and just like keep creating, no matter how much
Yeah.
hate they get.
I also didn't realize how much like
It's always gonna
100
happen.
how much 100,000 was until like I've watched like I watch a lot of YouTube, so now people are like, oh, we're going to celebrate when we get to 100,000 subscribers. And when I was younger, I was like, man, that's not that much. But then as you get older, like, dude, 100,000 people
Years.
are like
That's a lot.
subscribers. Like that's a lot of people. Even if we got like if we got to 1,000 subscribers,
Oh
I was
man,
like,
we'd be like
there's like 1,000 people.
interested in the 3 random guys in Spokane. What?
Dude, yeah.
Because it's like, yeah. I mean, if we got
If
like
1,000 people subscribe to us, would you put more? Or
effort,
would we put more? Would
I'm quitting my job.
I'm going. Would you?
we get 10 cents per
Not
YouTube
saying
video.
not saying that we don't now, but I'm saying would
Just
we,
in
like,
general.
start putting more effort into.
I think we all would. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because then because then you can build off of that.
Yeah. For sure. Let's see. YouTube. Yeah. YouTube, it takes a while to start making money
Yeah.
because you have to get to 4,000 watch hours, which on a podcast I feel like is
Easier.
maybe easier, but also the average watch time on videos is like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you have to, 1,000 subscribers. But then when you reach those tiers, you make nothing
Yeah.
forever.
But the podcast stuff is actually probably harder because you're also getting listens, like on
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
True. Yep.
whatever it's called, Anchor.
Anchor.
So
Yeah, but it's I mean, just like all these promotions that people do, and it's like, oh, you'll pay me. I don't even care what your product is. I'll promote it. It's like so fake.
I mean, you gotta get the money, man.
Yeah. You know what? I'll only promote stuff that I actually use.
Actually, like.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that we want to talk about, discuss? Yeah. Only because probably should get going here soon.
Yeah, it's true. 5:20. No, going to San Diego next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Nice.
There you go.
Wedding tomorrow.
How long are you gonna be there?
2 nights.
Wow.
Jeremy got to be there for a full week.
Yeah.
It was gonna
full
be,
week.
I think 4
Well,
nights.
not really. 4 days.
Just cut it shorter.
Full
5
week.
days.
That's a week. It's a work
that's
week.
It's a work week right
Yeah.
there. No. Okay. Well, luckily we aren't recording next week. It'll be the week after. Just to
Yeah.
remind everyone, we're going to 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That gives us more time to just talk about whatever and interact. I mean, I guess not putting more effort, but it helps us because now Sundays are filled with football.
Yeah.
And then during the week
so
we're
is
just all
Monday
busy.
night and Thursday night usually.
Yeah. And then we're just busy during the week with other random stuff.
So much.
But
Yeah,
I
and
think-
truly, like, when we sat down and talked, like, it was almost 2 weeks ago. It was, like,
Yeah.
10, 11 days ago. We were like, okay, when can we record next? And, like, this was the only available day for, like, 11 days straight, I think.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It was like, well, I have this, and you have that, and
And it's
Jordan's
just
out of
also us
town.
not wanting to record on Sundays. So, like, that
Yep.
takes out.
Yeah,
Yep.
it sucks.
which I'm fine with. Like, I decided, I'm like, I don't want to, like, edit it all, even though I probably could, but I'm like, I want to relax and, like,
Mhm.
family,
Exactly.
Yeah,
friends,
for sure.
football. The three
The
Fs.
3 Fs.
Faith, right.
Oh, shoot.
Faith, family,
4.
friends, football.
So yeah,
Food.
at least going forward, I
Food.
don't know entirely what the podcast is going to be. I think
Yeah.
we'll still include incorporate some sort of ranking towards the end of the podcast, or
Mhm.
maybe put it towards the end of the podcast. Do just a ranked section.
Yeah.
But this is just us kind of reinventing the podcast as it is,
Mhm.
make it something different. Because we've been doing this for over a year now, and as it's been fun for us. There's just a lot of topics that we don't know entirely,
Yeah.
and we don't want to rank stuff. We also didn't want to do a bunch of brackets that's like the easy way out.
Yeah.
And so
That's true.
and we're not even making them. So
Just stealing them.
just steal them, kind of.
They're
Yeah.
not
So,
copyrighted, so
that is true.
we should be.
And
good.
we've always given credit to whoever.
Yeah,
came
we
up
always
with it.
have too. Exactly. But that being said, we want to if we were doing rank stuff, we want to be able to give you guys the best, our best efforts.
Yeah.
And this moving it to 2 weeks now gives us more time to if we were to do a bigger ranked topic like horror movies or something like that actually gives us more time to watch
Mhm.
horror movies
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch horror movies.
No,
I don't either.
that was just the first thing because you watched The Conjuring the other day, so it's just
I couldn't sleep.
yeah. Actually, the one scene I watched, it keeps popping up in my head and I can't get it out.
That's not even the worst scene, dude.
I know it's not, but it was the clapping when they did the clapping.
Oh,
and you see the
yeah.
hand come out of the closet. I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah. Screw that.
that's
no,
creepy.
it's just yeah.
Anyway, that being, I probably just scared somebody. I
People
scared
are
somebody.
curious, and now they're gonna
Yeah.
go watch
Nah,
it.
I'm not gonna be.
Don't
able
watch
to
the
sleep
current
tonight.
Conjuring, guys. If you don't want to sleep,
Yeah.
or watch it if you don't want to sleep.
Brianna
Yeah.
wants me to watch the second one. No, I
You
know,
know
the
what?
nuns in that
Brianna
one.
needs to find happiness. I don't know. Come on.
She's a very dark person.
Secretly,
While on the outside, she's like the most cheery person.
loud, cheery.
Loud, cheery.
Yeah, she's hiding it.
Yeah, that's just
So.
a facade.
Anyway,
But
thank
yeah.
you guys. for
Quality over
listening.
quantity.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
we're going for.
That's what we're
you know,
going
it's
for.
like less often, so now we can put more effort into them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, makes that more fun.
Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, I cracked when I said that.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Ring Alex podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, your podcast apps,
You can see our
Apple.
TikTok nows.
TikTok laters.
We should go on Be Real, guys.
Oh yeah, we should TikTok yours.
Dude, yes.
Okay, maybe we should. We might do a be real. So and next
Wait,
time.
wait.
we
Is it just
hold
gonna
on.
be us every time doing a podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, no, it
because
happens randomly. So
It does. So whoever has the account will post 13 out of 14
we all get on it
days.
at the same time.
Yeah, John
Dude.
Luca, whenever it starts, you got to run over to us.
We should switch off each day. Like
Yes,
you
yes,
log
yes.
in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's a lot of work. dude.
Literally,
And then-
every time it's gonna be me at the office, like, oh, here's my computer and me.
And then you
Let's
get to
do
see
it.
full
Let's
on
do it.
Jorban at work. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So,
we got to capitalize on this, Jordan.
yes.
Jordan.
Jorban, Pat.
Anyway, with that being said,
For at
until
least
next
4
time.
more days.
Yeah, until next time, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Jorban out.